better relationships. Build better relationship. Relationship link us to the experiences of our lives. Almost every experience you have in life is based on a certain kind of relationship. Good relationships are going to give you good experiences. Bad relationships are going to give you bad experiences. Relationships are the links we build in our lives to connect us to everything that is available to us. So the quality of my relationships will determine the things I have access to and the things that are denied me. So we have to invest in building better relationships. And 3 ways we can build better relationships. First is wisely manage my circles of influence. Wisely manage my circles of influence. Your circles of influence are determined by the people who occupy different places in your life. Now, if you look at the Old Testament temple, when God gave Moses and later David the plan to build, Moses to build the tabernacle, David to build the temple, but the construction was on the same premise. And the temple and the tabernacle had 3 circles. There is what they call the outer court, where anybody comes to. The inner court, where the priests go to make sacrifices. And the innermost court, where the high priest goes. Even in dealing with the temple, God created 3 circles of influence. The Holy of Holies, the innermost, the inner, and the outer. The same way with your life. Think of your life as a temple. You yourself as a temple. And you have to determine 3 levels of relationship. Who is in your outer court? Who is in your inner court? And who is in your innermost court, your Holy of Holies? Because if you put the wrong people in the wrong place, you're going to mess up big time. So, for example, your innermost court, your Holy of Holies, is going to be your spouse and your children. That's it. Your spouse, your children. If you are married, your husband, your wife, your children. If you're going to add anybody to that place, be careful, because whoever is in your Holy of Holies can hurt you. Jesus had his Holy of Holies, Peter, James, and John. Then he had the rest of the 12. Then he had the masses, his outer court. So you're going to have a few people in your Holy of Holies. Jesus had 3. If you're married, that's your spouse is that person. If you marry somebody who cannot be in your Holy of Holies, then don't marry them. You can't trust them because they are your number. They are the one closest to you and your kids. Then your holy place, your very good friends, confidants, mentors, they are in your holy place. They are people whose advice are important to you. The outer court, your work colleagues, your schoolmates, buddy, hey, hi, what's up, high five people, outer court. Now the danger is when we bring outer court people to the Holy of Holies. Especially you tell an outer court people, I'm going to tell you something I haven't told anybody. You are crazy. You are crazy. I'm going to share my heart with you. Outer court. He hasn't even come to the inner. He's not in the Holy of Holies. And you're going to share intimate secrets. It will be broadcast to the whole world. And don't be impressed by people who want to push into circles they don't belong to. It's like somebody who sees you and say, I want to be your best friend. Best friend is not by application or by invitation. We know over time, you determine who is your best friend, who can be in your innermost court or inner court. But if somebody is pushing and forcing, remember, friendship is not by force. It's by choice. So, sometimes you look at who is in my innermost court by accident. Maybe at a time when I was very vulnerable, when I was going through difficulty and life was hard for me, and this person, started paying attention to me. So you pour out all your heart to the person. Before you realize the person has become tight. It's like somebody who is in trouble and goes to the beer bar or the bar and just sits down, gets a couple of drinks, and now he just sees somebody for the first time and says, buddy, you are my best friend forever. And you're telling him all your life secrets. That's inner court by accident, because you lost God and you brought them in. But once your eyes open